What's good, kings and queens? I hope everyone's doing alright, especially since the weather has been awful here. My power went out when I was sleeping, completely erasing my script to this video since I forgot to save, so sorry if this took a while to put out. With the oversaturation of biggest punchers in boxing videos on the YouTube platform, you know your boy had to get creative as usual with the title. With this list, you're going to see a lot of new and some old faces. I like to mention guys you don't know and leave most of the obvious out of the video, because what's the point? You're supposed to learn something new here and not something you already know. With that being said, let's start the video. 21 years old, 5 wins, no losses, 4 by knockout. Genjito is easily the smallest fighter on this list, sitting at 5 foot or possibly at 4'11", because the man in the black and yellow trunks is 5'4". Genjito has some of the fastest hands I've seen at strawweight since Akira Yayagashi, incredibly sharp puncher who is really good at mixing his shots from the body and head. He is more than likely to be fighting for a title soon in the year 2021. He's ranked in the top 10 of both the WBC and WBA, number 11 by the IBF and WBO. He currently holds the WBO Asian Pacific title.
前回の試合の時ちょっと
これは効いた崩れ落ちました。強烈な左ボディ立てません。立つことができない。
21 wins, all 21 by knockout. Acosta is easily one of the biggest punchers of the light flyweight division, where he had almost all of his fights at, becoming the WBO light flyweight champion. He's recently moved up to flyweight and looked good in his first fight in the new weight class, scoring a knockout. He is currently ranked number 8 by Ring Magazine. We will likely see him fight number 4 ranked flyweight, 21-0, 16 knockouts, Junto Nakatani for his WBO title sometime this year. Acosta is currently ranked number 1 by the WBO and number 5 by the WBC. A win against Nakatani can possibly set him up for a huge payday in a WBC and WBO unification with rising Mexican star Cesar Martinez, which will be a classic Mexico versus Puerto Rico matchup. Está bien. 36 wins, 31 by knockout. Currently ranked number 2 in the world, Felix has slowly bloomed into a world-class fighter and now title holder, as he is the IBF light flyweight champion. To start off 2021, Felix made his American debut, stopping mandatory DJ Creole. Later this year, we may see Alvarado unify against undefeated ring and WBA champion Hiroto Kyoguchi, who just got signed to Matchroom Sport. If not, and Kyoguchi goes on to fight Kenshiro in their highly anticipated match, Alvarado will face another huge puncher, South African Sainathi Natsinga, who will potentially be his mandatory. Natsinga is 9-0 with 9 knockouts. Joe Smith is easily one of the most underrated punchers on this list. 26 wins, 21 by knockout. He has dropped and knocked out some world-class competition, and I believe he should be acknowledged. Easily one of the most TV-friendliest fighters of 2020 and one of the most busiest fighters, as he fought 5 times that year. Elvis has 10 wins, all 10 by knockout, 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. Ain't nobody touching this guy at junior welterweight. I'm just seeing what's on paper. I'm not jumping the gun just yet, but keep an eye out for this guy. Everything this man throws, it has bad intentions written on it. Like Elvis, he's another fairly large junior welterweight, 5'10", 71-inch reach, very TV-friendly fighter, has not been in one dull moment. Definitely keep an eye out for him. He will be waiting for a while for a title shot because Ramirez and Josh Taylor hold all the belts, and they are most likely going to unify for the undisputed title this year. Their record is quite misleading. They are amazing punchers. What helps them the most is the fact that they are incredibly sharp with their shots. with a resume to prove that they can crack. 16 wins, all 16 by knockout. Ortiz has all the weapons to become a champion. With the state of the welterweight division, we may not see that yet. He's going to be waiting a hot minute for that call up. When researching Ortiz, I honestly thought that he was older. He's only 22 years old. Pretty crazy. A lot of rave about this guy, 23 years old, 16 wins, all 16 by knockout, and all those 16 knockouts are in the first round. Now the question is, will he beat the record for most consecutive knockouts in the first round? The record is currently held by a mysterious fighter from Yemen named Ali Rami, with 21 consecutive knockouts in the first round. Ali unfortunately passed away due to a military airstrike. He was 25-0 with 25 knockouts. Pretty obvious pick here, 24 wins, 23 by knockout, currently ranked number 2 in the world. This dude can crack. Now what's in store for him in 2021? Well, if you think he's going to be fighting the first fighters that come to mind, that's not going to happen anytime soon because of promotional and TV network divides. A lot of political hoops to sort out. Now, hopefully, maybe we'll see him fight number 7 ranked Chris Colbert. At lightweight, he has absolutely no options within the PBC Al Haymon stable. Maybe number 10 ranked Isaac Cruz. Yeah, he is in a really crappy position here. No wonder there's a real press for a Gary Russell fight. I'm not trying to defend Davis in any ways, just being real with y'all. His situation when it comes to opponents is not good. Since he is promoted by Mayweather Promotions and managed by Al Haymon, he fights exclusively on Showtime/PBC. Like any other TV network, they would like to keep everything in-house. Cross promotion is one thing, but coming up with a broadcast deal or joint broadcast between 2 rival networks is a complete monster of itself. The only fighter I can see a network and promotion giving him a pass to cross these politically divided lines to fight Davis is number 3 ranked Jojo Diaz. So we'll see what drama plays out in 2021 for Davis. Love him, hate him, he's pound for pound one of the biggest punchers in the game coming into 2021. What he did to Callum Smith was just wow. He wasn't able to get the knockout, but the damage he put on him, resulting in a serious bicep injury, was quite eye-opening. Currently, Canelo is fighting WBO middleweight champion Billy Joe Saunders if he gets past Avni Yildirim. Now, this fight with Saunders was supposed to happen many times, and each time something random happened. So I won't believe this fight will happen till they are in the ring and the bell goes off. Honorable mentions of some new faces and mostly guys I hope you know that are big punchers. Gennady Golovkin, Ryan Garcia, Miguel Berchelt, Oscar Valdez, Cesar Martinez, Charles Conwell, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., Manny Pacquiao, David Lemieux, Teofimo Lopez, Lucas Badi, Murat Gassiev, Dorticos, and Anthony Joshua. Close to last in this list, Naoya Inoue. Pound for pound, he's one of the hardest punchers in boxing. And oh, would you look at that, he's ranked number 2 on the pound for pound list. I've been following him since his pro debut by accident, and I would say despite having quite amount of knockouts, I don't remember his power being that devastating when he was at light flyweight and here and there at super flyweight. He threw absolutely everything and just could not put away David Carmona. The same with Karum J, but he was finally able to stop him late. This may have to do with age, as all those previous fights he was 23 years old and younger. As he matured more, improved his technique, and by the time he made his debut at bantamweight, it was absolutely insane how much power he had in his shots. Most impressively, he was doing all of that and winning gloves. These gloves are considered pillows because of its almost unrivaled amount of protection to the fist, but the main con is it completely saps your punching power. Western fighters do not wear these gloves on fight day because of that, but it is preferably used in training camps as it has almost unrivaled amount of protection, guaranteeing you won't damage your fist, as well as unrivaled amount of quality. A pair will last forever, like a 90s Toyota Camry. This man has some of the most ridiculous punching power Dude has that government Wall Street bailout power. Despite the obvious lack of technique and fundamentals in which in most cases it works in his favor, if Wilder was a car, he would be one of those 1970s land yachts fitted with a Dodge Hellcat Demon motor in it, with no upgraded tires, suspension, and braking. So in 2021, what is next for Deontay Wilder? I am hearing some word about him fighting Charles Martin in a comeback fight. Due to the events that took place with Wilder mentally, a Charles Martin fight may be a huge risk, big reward. Because if he wins, he can just sit on rank and wait for Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury to play out and fight the winner in a huge fight. Honestly, if I were him and his management team, I would look for the low risk, high reward option. And that would be against newly crowned WBA regular champion Trevor Bryan. One, it's for a title, so he's getting that championship purse, and also helps out Trevor Bryan because he definitely deserves a great payday. Two, it makes it easier for him to fight the WBA super title holder without waiting in line. And three, Trevor Bryan is undefeated, so it's an easy promotion. Wilder is currently ranked number 4 by the WBA, so with the right influential push, plus some good money, this fight can definitely happen. And on top of that, this is the biggest yeet cannons in boxing. For more videos like these, be sure to like, share, and if you're new, subscribe. Subscribe to my Patreon for early access. Special shout out to my patrons for the support over the months. I'm Alphas Honcho, and I'm out.